What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I think KlEIN Tools might have been snooping around my YouTube channel because I've been ranting and raving about some knee pads that I wear to work on the daily. Well, especially in the summer when I'm wearing shorts. They're expensive, but they're comfortable. And I'll a lot of times come home and forget that I even have them on. You know, I'll be sitting like on my couch watching TV and I still have my knee pads on because they're that comfortable. You know what I mean? But they're meant for dirt biking. They're extremely light. Your legs don't get hot and sweaty. And this padding stays squishy. It doesn't lose its squish like all the knee pads at Home Depot or Lowe's. You know what I mean? They lose their squish and they suck. These don't do that. The only thing is these are meant for dirt biking. They're not really meant for you to be on your knees all day, so they do break down over time. So I get about a year and a half, and then they gotta go. But you just bring them home, throw them in your laundry, wash them, dry them. Or I just air dry them. I don't stick them in the dryer. But I wash them with my clothes, air dry them, good to go. You know what I mean? The little graphics peel off in a week, but that's normal. Those are the most comfortable knee pads ever, and I made several videos on these knee pads, and I just didn't understand why they weren't in the field of construction. I'm like, why is not everybody wearing these? It didn't make any sense. But then I walked into Lowe's today, and this was right on the shelf. KlEIN Tools, heavy duty knee pad sleeves, son of a gun. So these are like 80 bucks. These were 40. So half the price. And actually, they have another set at Lowe's that has a different style knee on it. And it seems like the lighter duty version seems like it would be more comfortable. This one, I bought it just to check it out. I'm probably gonna return it. And I'll show you why, but I'm gonna try it on first. You know what I mean? These ones, they're extremely light. Extremely light. But this is the padding right here. What you see is the padding. But it does, again, it does not lose its squish. But once this plastic layer wears off the padding, then the padding falls off. So KlEIN Tools did something different. This is solid rubber. Like this knee surface seems like it will take a ton of abuse. And they put the padding on the inside. But the problem is their choice of padding is what disturbs me a bit. I think they should have stuck with this, whatever they used, but they went with gel. So these KlEIN ones are about twice the weight of these. Yeah, oh yeah, twice the weight. These are a lot heavier. But like I say, there's another pair there that's like a lighter duty version of these with just a different knee thing with a different padding that's much lighter, and they're only 20 bucks. So yeah, I might try these on. Just give them a shot, and if I don't like them, I'm gonna return these and get the other ones, and we'll check those out as well. But yeah, it's happening, people. It's happening. These knee pads are gonna be well known because they are what they look like. Extremely comfortable for long periods of time. The nice part is you can slip these on when you put your shoes on in the morning and just forget about it. You know what I mean? Because you never know when you're going to be dropping down to your knees and it's like, oh crap, I gotta go get my knee pads. Or if you're crawling in the truck, oh crap, I need to get my knee pads. You know what I mean? You don't have to think about it because you just have them on all day. And you're more productive, I guess. So let's carefully take this out of the packaging and try them on. Well, I tried on both pairs. This and the KlEINs on both of my knees to compare, and I lost the footage. I don't know how I did that. But I went and returned the KlEINs. And I picked up the other ones. The cheaper ones. These are only 20 bucks. 20 bucks, dude. Versus 80. So if these are even close to as nice as these, then hell yeah. You know what I mean? I won't try to stretch them out so long. I'll wear it for a summer, chuck them and get new ones, you know, because they kind of get gross. But I noticed with G-Form, they have different generations. So generation 1 G-Form lasted me 2 full summers. So I didn't really care too much. You know, it was like, I don't know, 40 bucks a summer basically, right? For good knee pads that you can wear all day long, have shorts on, and never have to worry about your knees, you know? Crawl in the truck, do whatever. And not even have to think about it. But then version 2 came out, and version 2 only lasted me 1 summer. And these are version 3. It's like they do little changes. This part seems to have stayed the same throughout generations. It's like the way they did the fabric and this sticky part so it doesn't slide down your leg. So version 2 had a sticky thing at the top just like this, and they had this same thing at the bottom. But this version, version 3, has this, it's sticky stuff, but it's like a textured, and it's more spread out. Which it is comfortable, and you don't really have an issue with it riding up. It's riding down that's the problem. But you see, this stuff's already just kind of falling right off. I've worn these, I got these in the spring, and I wore these all summer. And every single week I throw them in with my laundry and I let them air dry. And yeah, usually these graphics, those will peel off normally in the first 2 weeks. That's normal. This one has survived somehow. I don't know. But yeah, it's usually, yeah, you see how the padding is starting to delaminate a little bit right here. So as this stuff starts to delaminate and come off, eventually this little piece of padding right here will fall off. And that's what I had happen to my generation 1, was this little circle in the middle fell off. So I ended up getting new ones. But I mean, shit, for 20 bucks, if these are nice and comfortable for 20 bucks, I'll use these for a summer and chuck them. But I don't know. These might actually last longer. They seem like they're a little bit better built, or built for construction. This is for dirt biking, and this is built for construction, I guess. So you can see it has the same sticky band at the top, but it's much wider. Much wider. And they went with the same sticky band at the bottom, same thing. The back has this yeah, look at that, very thin mesh. I never really have a sweating problem though with these, to be honest. And I guess if you got sweaty knees, you got problems, man. Alright, let's try these guys on. So we're gonna start with the G-Form on the left leg. You know, they're nice and easy to slip on before you put your shoes on in the morning. And I like, honest to God, I'll come home from work and these will stay on until I take a shower in the summertime. You know what I mean? I don't even bother to take them off because I just don't notice that they're there. Because you're wearing them all day and they just become like, I don't know, they become very comfortable. But with the KlEIN knee pads, You see how nice this conforms to my knee when it's bent? You see how nice that is? I mean, it sits flush. It sits nice. The KlEIN one stuck out. It was like the material bunched up, and it was like sticking out. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Because they had all of that gel in behind this surface, so it was out a lot further. With the G-form, like it doesn't move, it doesn't roll. But the KlEIN knee pad with that gel behind it, which I was expecting, I could go 90 degrees. I could probably spin it all the way around if I wanted to. Like, it rolled like a son of a gun. And that I do not like. That's why I don't do gel at all. I've never had gel knee pads that I liked. Alright, now let's try this KlEIN. Oh yeah. So right off rip, I noticed that the G-form, so it goes up higher. There's more material here. It goes up a little bit higher, which I kind of like that, because when you're bending your knee, it just gives some slack in fabric here, so the knee pad kind of stays put. This one doesn't cover as much, doesn't go up as high, doesn't go down as low. So I guess this would be a little bit cooler. Let's see. We got a little bunching. You see that? Right here and right here. Just a tiny bit. But that's within acceptable tolerance, I would say. Doesn't sit as nice as this. There is no bunching. I mean, that's flush, baby. That's just a little bit, but yeah, that's acceptable. Otherwise, this feels really good. This feels really good. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is where it's at right there. So I'm not gonna lie, the KlEIN is actually a little bit more comfortable to kneel on. Yeah, it's a little bit more comfortable. Let's try this on a smooth floor. Because the G-forms are sticky. Yes, you don't slide. Oh, yeah. So we can slide a little bit when we're doing hardwood flooring. You know, we can slide on our knees a bit. Yeah, that's not bad. That feels good. And the back is nice. That back mesh is pretty good. So these are what I wear in the winter, you know what I mean, when I have pants on. They're Increda wear. They have little, I don't know, it's like a support that wants to help straighten your leg. It's weird, it's hard to explain. But these are super tight, and it's like a thick, I don't know, wool fabric. It doesn't have any sticky stuff to keep it from sliding, but they're so tight that they kind of do a good job of staying put on their own. And then I'll slide my work pants over these. And you know, between these and my work pants, it's enough padding that I can jump in my work truck kneeling on that crazy mat that feels like you're kneeling on rice, and it's at least comfortable, you know what I mean? And if I have to drop down to my knees for something here or there, small, it's fine. But if I'm on my knees all day long, and I know I'm going to be up and down all day long, then I'll put an actual knee pad on in the winter time. Because, yeah, those big, I mean, they don't look big, but having one of those knee pads on underneath your pants is a little much for me. I don't know. So the nice part about this style knee pad is in the summer when you're wearing shorts, like I say, you can have these knee pads on all day long. And you can go into Home Depot, you can go to the grocery store, you could go anywhere. And it doesn't look weird. You know what I mean? It just looks like you have a knee brace on. And some people will actually comment and be like, hey, what is that? Where did you get that? You look like a transformer. That's what I've been told one time. You look like a transformer with that. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got them on Amazon, but they're like $80. Or gform.com. So I had one of each on each leg, and I just went out and did some chores for like an hour, you know, raking the backyard and taking the trash bins in. This one slid down a little bit, this one did not. But this one did not slide down when it was brand new. It's this sticky stuff is wearing out, and it's not as thick as the KlEIN one. The KlEIN one has a much thicker sticky thing. But KlEIN tools, if you're watching, I do see one area, actually maybe two areas, that you could make slight improvements to this design. Area 1 is you see the fabric from the top of the knee to the sticky thing. This should be longer. It should go higher up the thigh, and there's a reason for that. Because when you bend your knee, it tends to pull this down, and it kind of finds its place. But when you're too close to the kneecap, it becomes very easy to come undone. But if you're higher up the thigh, and you're not as close to the part that's bending, it'll kind of stay there better. And it gives you all this material for the squish. The bottom doesn't really matter. But it's nice that the G-forms give you a little bit of shin protection as well. These do not. I mean, it's close, but... And I still feel like this shape of the knee pad is superior. It just hugs your knee beautifully, and it actually wraps around your knee a little bit. So if you're kneeling on jagged concrete or rocks, kind of gives you a little bit of protection from the sides as well. But this is a beautiful first attempt, and I'm not gonna lie, I am extremely happy that you guys decided to make these, and for the price that they are selling for, $20. Hell yeah. I'm telling you guys right now, for the money, these are the best knee pads on the market today. For the money, $20. See, that's the thing. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you see like a $40 or $50 pair of knee pads, and you're like, oh, those are the best because they got gel, they got 4 layers of protection, they got a square knee. No, don't fall for that shit. The gel is completely nonsense. It's a selling thing, you know. It's to get it to sell. Oh, it's got gel. It must be comfortable. No, it's not. It's really not comfortable, I'm telling you. You want low profile, you know what I mean? Something that you can wear all day long. And these are them. So if you do construction, man, I definitely would recommend that you try these out. If you want to order them online, here's the sizing chart. You can pause the video if you want. You don't have to worry about the calf measurement so much, but you really need to pay attention to the thigh measurement. That's the important one. And mine is a medium/large. And medium/large seems to be the most common knee pad, because there was only 2 of these on the shelf, and there was 6 of the large, extra large on the shelf. So it seems like people were buying a lot of the medium/large. So this seems like the most common size. So if you're about my size, then yeah, I would say go with medium/large. You don't want to order these too big, or they'll slide down and you'll hate them. But yeah, anyways, guys, check them out. That's it for this one. See you later.